happy to have Renee do this presentation today. Again, it's a holistic approach to chronic skin disease with the bFree collection. Renee is the CEO and founder of Tropics, which is the parent company for the bFree collection, as well as several other verticals in the health and beauty industry. She is passionate about helping others feel good in their skin and offering holistic options for chronic skin disease. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hand this over to Renee so she can shine and explain all about the bFree collection. So it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate that. I want to introduce myself. My name is Renee Stefano, and I'm really excited to bring this collection to professionals for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to be talking about that in our presentation. We have taken this whole collection, which, as Sherry said, consists of 3 separate products through clinical trials here in the US. They're manufactured in Israel, where two of our other brands are manufactured, and developed by the same doctor. So Dr. Yoel Konis is a research scientist. Dr. Konis is really well known in the scientific research community. He is a cosmetic research scientist as well as a pharmaceutical research scientist. For over 32 years, he's been creating all different things. He's the creator of AcFREE non-laser hair removal, also the illuminating collection that Tropics brings in the country. And we've now just finished the formulation, clinical trials, and active tests on people on our brand. So we're ready to release it to our professionals to use in your spas. So Dr. Konis is in a particular niche in the research community that is so interesting. And it's really cool to watch somebody like that work, because he's in contact with all of these great-minded people, and they're in the same area, which is working with natural remedies that are effective on issues that have a rapid cell division. So eczema and psoriasis, of course, are 2 of them that we're addressing. They have a really rapid cell division. The same thing with acne. They do research in this area, even for cancer and other issues that have cells that so rapidly change that it's impossible to keep up with them. So it's really exciting, and to be presenting this and the fantastic option that it offers for you guys as the professional in your spa. So the bFree is a holistic approach to chronic skin disease. And as I said, it's all natural. So the ingredients in these products are 98% natural ingredients and 2% beneficial synthetics. So they're very effective for treating each of these skin disease issues. And a lot of times when a person is seeing an esthetician on a regular basis, or if someone comes in to you for waxing periodically, or monthly, they come in monthly for facials, they come in for all different things. A lot of times you're the professional that they're going to talk to first about a skin disease. And of course, our first response generally is to send them to a dermatologist. And a lot of times, there are a lot of reasons people don't particularly want to go on medication. A lot of the medications for these 3 issues have major side effects. For example, I have a niece who lives in California who had eczema. She's also a type 2 diabetic. And the medicine for her eczema, the steroids, actually would destroy, in her condition, her kidneys and her liver, and she just didn't want to do it. So she was always looking for something over the counter. So that's what this is going to do. This is going to be a retail product, or this is a retail product for you to recommend to your customers to try first before they go to the drugstore and look at the array of things there. We're going to be going through all of the ingredients that are in here, how they work, on the specific issues that we have them addressing. And this is what I love about working with Dr. Konis. It's so amazing because on the whole planet, there are natural herbs and ingredients that he pulls all of these things from, and he makes everything more natural and constantly upgrades and makes them better. The ingredients in here, of course, we chose and always choose for in our brands, the natural product, not the substitution, not the synthetic, and not the chemically made one. We generally opt out of chemical preservatives and colorants. So these are really natural, meaning there's no side effect. So that's really what we want. So back to my niece, I sent her the EczeFREE. She started using it and she noticed that it actually seemed like it was getting worse before it got better. And that does happen on some people. So that's good to know. The other thing about the products, and we'll be talking more about this as we go along, is one of our ingredients that's in here, turmeric and curcuminoids, are a little bit of an orange color. Now, there is a chemical made that has the same curcuminoids, or it's man-made, but we opt not to use anything man-made or synthetic. We only want to use the natural. So the solutions have a little bit of an orange color to them. So it does two things. The first thing that she loved about it, they come in a roll-on, which is fantastic. They're really easy to apply. And there's just like a slight color there. So she could see every place she used it already. And so one of the things that I'll let you know as a hint to your customers, if it looks really orange, they've used way too much. So these bottles, roll-on bottles, last a long time. They just need to barely go over the area. Anyways, long story short, after a month, her eczema disappeared in that area. And she hasn't seen hide nor hair of it since. And that's probably been about 6 months. But as you know, these diseases do not have a cure. So let's move on and start with psoriasis. So we really recommend this for patients with breakouts that cover less than 25% of their skin surface, which 25% of the skin surface is a lot of surface anyway. And for patients with new breakouts that have just appeared. So the directions for use, when you prescribe this to your patients, PsoFree comes in a 30 milliliter roll-on for easy application. You apply serums to the troubled areas twice a day on clean skin. So I do talk about the orange color here. If they're using it at nighttime, we suggest they put on pajamas before they go to bed, because that little orange will rub off. It doesn't stain, it washes right out of everything. And we also put on the ingredients that are on the directions that for some people, not everyone, we've only had that happen with 2 people, it seems a little worse before it gets better. So again, that's something that's possible to happen. But you hate for someone to start using it if they're on the upswing and they're about to come through the other end, but they don't make it the whole time. So it's really good information to know. So our patented formula is 98% natural ingredients. And again, everything that's developed by Dr. Konis. We do not use synthetics. 1 in 3 people with psoriasis also may develop psoriatic arthritis. So that's when that inflammation goes into the joints. So if you have people who are just getting it or just starting with breakouts, and even people who suffered with it for a long time, it's, I think, beneficial for us to be able to help them to get that under control before it begins affecting another area of their body. And of course, if it's something really serious, you're going to send them to a dermatologist. So how does PsoFree work? The formula prepared is based on long-term research of herbs and plants for the healing of skin disease. We discovered some herbs that are very effective in the healing of skin diseases which cause uncontrollable cell division. The formulation slows and stops the division of the affected cells so the body can begin to heal. So the formulation that's in the PsoFree is a perfect formulation and a perfect amount of each one of the herbs to be able to stop the duplication of the cells. So as we read earlier, the cells duplicate so rapidly, what would normally take a month for the body to shed the cells and move on. It's happening in 2 or 3 days with psoriasis. There's a big buildup on the skin. It's flaky and terrible. So the PsoFree stops the duplication of those disease cells and gives the body a chance to heal. Silybum miraninum extract has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It works alongside other powerful ingredients that are highly effective in removing skin flaking and heals the skin surface. Vitamin D, niacinamide, turmeric, castor oil, milk thistle, and others work together to treat inflammation, infection, and bacteria. PsoFree's ingredients add moisture and aids the skin in retaining moisture. Speeding the turnover of new cells helps rid the body of dry, flaky skin. PsoFree has been clinically tested and is safe for sensitive skin and children. So the ingredients in PsoFree not only moisturize the skin, but it helps to get rid of all that flakiness, and some of the ingredients cause a really fast turnover of cells, of cell regeneration. So we're slowing the cell duplication of the disease cells, but we're speeding up the regeneration of cells, the formation of new cells. Here's a list of all of our ingredients, and here are some before and after pictures. I just got some new ones from our trials in Israel too. These are after 60 days. I have some after 30 days that are unbelievable too. So I can send those to you too if you'd like. So AcFREE. AcFREE also works for rosacea, which rosacea is sort of thought of as an adult acne, and can show up in different ways. So the same directions for use. Who needs it? Anyone with suffering with acne or rosacea. It comes in a 30 milliliter roll-on that makes it easy to apply to the acne directly. Use it 2 to 3 times a day on cleansed acne areas. Stress and diet have a major effect on keeping acne under control. And this is one of the diseases that I know all of you work with in your spa. I will mention another product that we carry as well called O2 Skin Pro. O2 Skin Pro is the only solid form of oxygen in existence. And Tropics sells that as a back bar product, and also for you to use during your treatments, post treatments, and to create aftercare products for your customers. So the O2 Skin Pro is real oxygen held inside an aluminum hydroxide clathrate. It's also carried on Esthetician Connection. You can certainly purchase it here as well. So using the O2 Skin Pro as an aftercare for your acne customers, along with the AcFREE, will really enhance your results. As you know, acne can't withstand oxygen, and the O2 Skin Pro puts more oxygen in the skin from outside than a person could breathe in a week. So it's amazing technology. So AcFREE is for the treatment of acne. Acne is an inherited disorder of the pores, pores that shed dead skin cells much faster than normal. So same thing with psoriasis. Eczema is going to be very similar. Normal pores shed about 1 layer of dead skin cells per day inside the pore. The acne-prone pore sheds up to 5 layers of dead skin cells per day, and the body just can't keep up. This forms the microcomedone, which is at the very beginning of an acne lesion. It occurs when the sebaceous duct and pore opening becomes blocked by excess sebum and dead cells. Every blemish begins as a microcomedone. Taking up to 90 days, it turns into blackheads or congestion under the skin, or if bacteria is present, it turns into inflamed pimples or pustules and maybe even cysts. Acne is most common among teenagers, though it affects people of all ages. So my guess is all of you know more about acne than I do, but I do know it's a rapid production of cells. So again, our formulation slows down the duplication of cells, brings it to a halt so that our other ingredients can all work together to stop the acne. So we just, of course, everyone in my family has used this, and I have a great nephew who has acne and who is actually on medication for about a year, which the medication had side effects, and it contained something that his mother didn't want him to be taken. She was worried about it, and it had brought it under control somewhat. So he stopped taking it and just started on the AcFREE, and within a month, it was unbelievable, his results. So that makes me so confident in being able to share with you how it works, and the results that we've gotten back have been amazing. AcFREE contains natural active ingredients that target the disease cells and stop the duplication of cells, allowing the body to heal. This technology is Dr. Konis's discovery, and the results are very effective. Oh, this is great. One ingredient that plays a major role in slowing the production of sebaceous oil is niacinamide. It also reduces inflammation, helps the skin maintain moisture, helps to protect the skin from oxidative stress. So this oxidative stress is something that is really interesting to talk about. Oxidative stress occurs when not enough oxygen is coming to the area. And the human body, when you're trying to heal something, actually draws oxygen from the tissue under the skin. So the oxygen in the air that we breathe, if you're in a really good place for oxygen, is about 21% oxygen. The rest of it's like debris, bacteria, germs, space, dust. And once you breathe that oxygen into your lungs, it goes into your bloodstream and circulates through the body. And oxygen is delivered to the body through the bloodstream, not through your breathing. So as you breathe it in, it goes into the lungs, and then it's dispersed into the bloodstream. This is so interesting. So say you have wounds, you have pussy sores, you have different things going on, and your body is trying to heal those. It's going into the tissue for that oxygen. So once the oxygen is dissipated in that area, oxidative stress occurs, and also a state of hypoxia. So there's not enough oxygen to continue healing, so it slows down. The O2 Skin Pro that I was telling you about, when applied topically in a spray, which you can make yourself into an aftercare product for your customers. The oxygen molecule hits the skin, and the clathrate that the oxygen is held in opens up, and what goes into the skin is 100% oxygen. So there isn't 100% oxygen available anywhere. So it goes right into the skin within an hour. It's absorbed 123% into the skin, delivering oxygen that gets rid of oxidative stress and replaces the oxygen debt. In other words, the body, if it had it, would have used this oxygen up for healing, but it wasn't available. So the use of O2 Skin Pro on the skin delivers oxygen that's unbelievable. So it's definitely a great companion for all of your clients who are suffering from any of these three issues. Sodium shell oil sulfonate. These are some of our ingredients that I went through that are so amazing. It's another ingredient with anti-inflammatory qualities, as well as being an antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, and analgesic. Salicylic acid, you're all familiar with. We don't put as much in our product as is in a lot of the treatments, because our approach is a lot different in the fact that our ingredients slow and stop the duplication of cells. So we're not dependent on salicylic acid to do the whole job. Salicylic acid is a common ingredient used to treat acne by unclogging the blocked pores and reducing the skin sebum production. This is a great ingredient too. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Allantoin is a superstar ingredient derived from the comfrey root that helps in cell rejuvenation. It can lighten scars from acne and lighten rosacea as well. Glycerin and rosmaril glucoside, caffeine, I wish I could pronounce these, glucoside and galloglucoside has a double action to reduce visual signs of skin redness and rosacea. So there are ingredients that just go in to getting rid of the redness from acne, the acne scars, and also rosacea. Another ingredient that we have is pure castor oil. Castor oil's natural antiviral and antimicrobial properties make it a popular treatment for skin problems that may have fungal infections. One study showed that castor oil also fights fungal infections, which may help relieve hard to treat fungal acne. So that's another thing to put in your tool belt about castor oil, but we have it, of course, in our AcFREE. The type of castor oil we use is unlikely to clog any pores, and it reduces the risk of developing blackheads, making it appropriate on sensitive skin for acne. The turmeric plant, which I had talked to you about, is in a lot of our products that were developed by Dr. Konis because of their uses. The turmeric plant contains antioxidants that are collectively known as curcuminoids. These reduce irritation and fade discoloration, great for acne. Synthetic curcuminoids have been developed by chemists because of the color of the natural form. We find the color helpful when using the product so you can see where you've done it. So people who have a large area of eczema or psoriasis, acne, can put the product on. It just has a real little hint of color. Also in our insert that goes with the products, we've added, if you see a lot of orange when you apply the product, you're just using too much product. It's not necessary. But that little hint of color means you've definitely covered the areas. And I find it advantageous to have it. Plus, we've made the decision not to use synthetics or chemicals when it's not necessary. So one of the things I've gotten the most feedback from trial subjects as well as customers now, we've been selling the bFree collection for a couple months. It's been on the market. And the feedback that I'm getting from people is like, say somebody just breaks out with pimples, some days you just break out with some random breakouts. When you put the AcFREE, any of them really over it, here's what's going to happen. The next day it's going to look better. The next day it's going to look like it's about gone. Everything is going to change. Like sometimes I've experienced like bumps that go up that are painful even. Like, what is this weird pimple thing? And I start using it, in no time it disappeared. So most of our trial subjects have said, I'd use this for every bump. If I break out with anything, first thing I do is go for the EczeFREE. First thing I do is go for the AcFREE, whichever one that they're using. And it begins to get rid of the pustules, the papules, everything quickly. So I think your customers will be really grateful to you for offering them this solution for so many issues. Once we stop the duplication of the cells, we slow down the oil glands from producing so much. We stop those, that rapid cell proliferation. Then we have ingredients that go in that start changing it, that reducing the redness caused by the acne and helping to aid new cells in being produced. The rejuvenation process can lighten the scars and result in even skin tones. So it also helps lighten scars to help your customer end up with a smooth skin tone. Again, here's the list of ingredients, and I'm going through a lot of these with you. And we have before and after pictures after 60 days. And I just recently gotten some more in as well. EczeFREE is the last one. EczeFREE patients with breakouts that cover less than 25% of their body are the people who need it, and eczema patients with new breakouts. Okay, so in children, it's called atopic dermatitis, and EczeFREE is safe to use on children. As I told you earlier, we're having, we're going through certification right now for parent tested, parent approved with eczema so that we can meet that marketplace. So if you have a young clientele or younger patients, if they have children with atopic dermatitis, you can certainly prescribe this for them as well. It's safe, it's all natural, it doesn't have any side effects, it does relieve itching. The the pain it relieves. And also I would pair all of them with the O2 Skin Pro aftercare products that you can make in your spa, and send them home with both things. It'll be a game changer. Eczema is an inflammatory skin disease that has a long chronic course with frequent exacerbations. It's characterized by polymorphic eruptions passing through the stages of redness, the formation of nodules, bubbles, weeping erosion, cross peeling. The rash is accompanied by a burning sensation and itchy skin. So the EczeFREE does help relieve the pain. The O2 Skin Pro mixed in distilled water helps relieve the pain as well. So I would definitely use those hand in hand. It slows down and stops the duplication of cells as well. Different types and stages of eczema affect 31.6 million people in the United States, which equals more than 10% of the population. Many people use the word eczema when referring to atopic dermatitis, which is the most common type. The term atopic refers to a collection of conditions that involve the immune system. The word dermatitis refers to inflammation of the skin. About a quarter of children in the US have the condition, as well as 10% of African Americans, 13% of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, 13% of Native Americans, and 11% of people who are Caucasian. So there's a cross section of everyone who suffers from this skin disorder. And this is an immune system disorder. A lot of times it is genetic, passed down from one generation to the other. And there's no cure for it, but the methods of getting it under control are similar to what we've been talking about. EczeFREE contains a unique balanced complex of active ingredients with high biological activity and the ability to resist these atopic skin disorders, moisturizing and at the same time drying painful rashes, soothing and maintaining the skin in a healthy state. So that's exactly what happens is it goes on the skin, it starts slowing down the duplication of cells. There are ingredients in here that begin to add moisture. Eczema generally has really dry, painful areas. There are other ingredients that help seal the moisture inside. Dimethysulfone is a natural organic sulfur compound present in the tissues of all living organisms. Enough of that sulfur maintains the skin in satisfactory condition to participate in the biosynthesis of collagen and increase the permeability of cell membranes. Okay, this came from our scientists. So basically, which contributes to a better absorption of moisture and regulates the processes of growth, restoration, healing, and regeneration of cells and tissues. In the diseases, eczema and various types of atopic dermatitis, dimethylsulfane actively inhibits anti-inflammatory mediators, a particularly strong effect of reducing the fruit extract. So these are the ingredients that are mixed together to stop the duplication of cells. Silybum marinum fruit extract effectively restores the lipid membrane of the skin, protecting it from dryness and irritation. So basically, this works as an analgesic, anti-inflammatory. It improves the blood circulation and relieves the irritation and eliminates painful symptoms. So used on eczema, it begins to change things pretty quickly and beginning to heal those issues. So here are some of our before and after pictures.
Thank you so much for all of that information. I learned so much, and it's great to know that these options are available. A lot of estheticians may not know that they have these things available to provide their clients who are running into these problems. And we will see you next time on the EC. Renee, thank you so much for all this information.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys, bye.